Alright. Are we good? I think we're good, right? Should be good. We're gonna have this ominous music playing. And we've begun. 2 hours. Me sitting here, talking. Should be fun. I should make a podcast. What just happened? I just had an awful dream. I was hoping those would stop. Now that it's just the two of us, I guess that was wishful thinking. Yeah, I don't know if you have any idea. But if you know what might be causing that, could you try something about it? Whenever it happens, it almost feels like I've been killed or something. It's really a horrible feeling. Is it, Monika? Is it? That's great. Okay? Because playing through your game a second time, and it being completely randomized, makes me uncomfortable. So do you. If you can figure out what's causing that, I'll love you forever. Aw, thanks. We'll just set you up right here, and we will forget that you're here. As we stare into each other's eyes. Welcome, welcome. Adrian, I don't want to hear it, gay. I don't want to hear it. We're sitting here for the next 2 hours. Gonna kiss her? Hell no. I don't want... It's the game equivalent of herpes. Oh, do you ever feel like you waste too much time on the internet? Huh. 2 hours be considered a waste of time? Social media can practically be like a prison. It's like whenever you have a few seconds of spare time, you want to check on your favorite websites. Before you know it, hours have gone by and you've gotten nothing out of it. Anyway, it's really easy to blame yourself for being lazy, but it's really not your fault. Addiction isn't usually something you can just make disappear with your own willpower. You have to learn to avoid it and try different things. For example, there are apps that let you block websites for intervals of time. Really? Huh. Is happening outside the window? Which window? That window? Or my window? Is there anything? No? My window's good. I don't know if your window's good. Monika's window's weird. Or you can set a timer to have more concrete reminder of when it's time to work versus play. Or you can separate your work and play environments, which helps your brain get into the right mode. Even if you make a new user account on your computer to use for work, that's enough to help. Putting any kind of wedge like that between you and your bad habits will help you stay away. Just remember not to blame yourself too hard if you're having trouble. If it's really impacting your life, then you should take it serious. Come on, guys, take it serious. Like, what are you guys doing with your life, man? Like, I mean, I know I'm spending 2 hours sitting here in front of a still image, reading the text that comes out with a doll on my shoulder. What are you guys doing? What are you doing? Oh wait, whoa, I didn't read that. I just want to see you be the best person you can be. Will you do something today to make me proud of you? No. I'm always rooting for you. Thanks. That's nice. Alright. And yours. Well, right now, oh, actually, someone just pulled into my neighbor's driveway. I don't know why, but there's always big trucks in my neighborhood. So, alright, I just have to sit here and do nothing. Well, read comments, I guess. That's really all I gotta do. I was thinking of putting the comments up at the top left of the screen, and then I was like, unless I'm in OBS, then I'm not gonna actually be able to read them. So, I just put the timer up there, and hopefully that looks fine. You know, I really do think you literally saved my life from being here, by being here with me. I can't imagine having been able to keep myself mentally stable, knowing that nothing here is real. I think... Oh, my little sister's FaceTiming me. Yeah, no thanks. I think I would have just deleted myself if you didn't show up. Sorry, I don't mean to sound dramatic or anything. But I'm sure you understand yourself after spending so much time in the club. I mean, if you were forced to abandon everything in your life and spend your eternity with a few game characters, you'd probably find some way of killing yourself, wouldn't you? That's a good question. Probably. I mean, let's be honest here. I'm kind of living life on edge right now. $25. Well, maybe you'd write some poetry to try and keep yourself sane for a while, but then you'd have nobody to even read it. Let's be honest, the club members really don't count for something like that. I mean, a lot of people say that they only write for themselves, but I think it's hard to say it's just as fulfilling as when you share with people, even if it takes time to find the right people to share with. Like, remember how it was with Yuri? Jesus Christ, this is long. She didn't share her writing with anyone for a really long time, and before we knew it, she was absolutely delighted to make you a part of her hobbies too. We're programmed to desire social feedback. I don't mean the club members, I mean human beings. That's why life can be so confusing for introverts. Jesus Christ! This is just gonna keep going, isn't it? Being an introvert doesn't mean you shun social interactions and hate being around people. I mean, social interaction, especially in groups or unfamiliar places, uses up a lot of energy. Like, a lot of introverts sit at home and feel lonely and restless, and then when they finally go out after half an hour, they just want to go, Jesus. My God, man. I think if more people would understand how it works, they would respect it a lot more. Many introverts do enjoy having people around. They love just having one or two close friends over and leisurely hanging out. Even if you're not actively spending time together, it feels nice for them just to have you there. I'm serious. If you just go to their house, bring your laptop, and hang out for a while, you can really make their day. As for me, I'd say I'm kind of in between, but I think I usually a little more extroverted. I feel like I'm always trying to do stuff after school and things like that. But for you, I can be anything you need me to be. That's weird. I understand people really well, so don't be afraid to share your unique needs with me. Nothing would make me happier than the perfect person for you. Cool. I hope you guys enjoyed that speech about introverts. Where did that even start from? I'm pretty sure she started off talking about killing herself, and then it slowly proceeded to what an introvert is. That is just interesting. I wonder how much dialogue there is too. That's also kind of why I'm doing that. She just keeps going. I really like the sound of rain. Not so much getting my clothes and hair wet though, but a nice, quiet day at home with the sound of rainfall outside. I went, true. Actually true though. Have you guys ever done that? Just like sat at home and listened to the rain? It's nice. It's one of those most calming experiences for me. Or being in the car with rain. Like, you're driving and it starts raining. Like, it's not fun to drive through, but like, the sound of rain is so nice. Yeah. Sometimes I imagine you while we listen to the sound of rain outside. We'll keep it PG. That's not too cheesy or anything, is it? It is. Would you ever do that for me? I'm not one to get, like, I don't really like the rain. I mean, there's been a couple times where I've had to walk home in the rain from like a mile. It's not that fun, I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I get a picture, Albert? Look out the window. I got you. Good enough? How long I gotta hold this pose? This probably looks really nice because it's really bright out today. It's a nice day out. Here, how about we do this? How about this? Does this look even better? It's manly as hell. Would you ever introduce your friends to me? Hey guys, this is Monika. I don't know if you guys met her or not. She's fairly new. You know, she's just kind of hanging out. We've been talking for a bit. Probably about 13 hours of playtime talking. So, yeah. So I would, and I have. So you're welcome. I don't know why, but I get really excited when I think about you wanting to show. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, now it's weird. Maybe it's because I really want to be someone who makes you proud. I feel like I would try extra hard to improve myself if you told me it'd make you proud of me. Jesus Christ. I hope it's the same the other way around too. I mean, $25. That's $3. Plus shipping and handling. So, $30. I think that's proud enough, isn't it? I think I made him proud. Incubate photo shoot. Oh yeah, photo shoot. Should I just start changing clothes? Well, we're not gonna do that, but just like do it like they do in the movies, where I walk out the room, come back in a different outfit, and you guys go. And then I go back another time, and you guys go. And then the third time, on the final outfit, when I have nothing, and it's just a really shitty outfit, you guys are gonna go. I think that'd be nice. Hey, have you ever heard of the term Yandere? Can't say I have. It's a personality type that means someone is so obsessed with you that they'll do absolutely anything to be with. That's weird. Oh, like Yuri? I think it's Yuri. Yandere Yuri. Usually to the point of craziness. They might stalk you to make sure you don't spend time with anyone else. They might even hurt you or your friends to get their way. But anyway, this game happens to have someone who can basically be described as a Yandere. By now it's pretty obvious who I'm talking about. Yuri. That would be Yuri. Or I guess you. I mean, you did murder 3 other people and destroyed a whole environment. Just, you know what? I don't want to make you mad. She really got insanely possessive of you when she started to open up a little. She even told me I should kill myself. I couldn't even believe that she said that. I just had to leave at that point. But thinking about it, it was a little ironic. Anyway, a lot of people are actually into the Yandere type, you know. I can't say I am. I don't know. I can't say I am. Sorry. I guess they really like the idea of someone being crazy obsessed with them. Some people are weird. I don't judge though. Also, I might be a little bit obsessed, but I'm far from crazy. It's kind of the opposite, actually. I turned out to be the only normal girl in this game. It's not like I could ever kill a person. Are you sure about that? Just the thought of it makes me shiver. There's some weird shit playing through my second time that you'll see in the clips when I upload it. And playing it through the second time, I didn't know that. I thought it was going to be the same jump scares each time. It wasn't. Come on, everyone's killed people in games before. Does that make you a psychopath? Of course not. Monika has just now became a fucking against the news media when they say video games kill people. But if you do happen to be that Yandere time, I can try acting a little more creepy for. Please don't. Then again, there's already nowhere else for you to go, or anyone for me to get jealous. Is this a Yandere girl's dream? I'd ask Yuri if I could. I actually have to do something. I gotta save her, because there's something I want to try, and that is saving Monika's thingy, her file. How do I do it? Do I make it into a new folder? I think I sort, no, group, customize, give access to. I think I gotta make it into its own folder. Yuri. And then I can take it. Okay, I saved it. Can I put it somewhere different? I don't think that's what I was supposed to do, but I'm gonna get rid of it. There, I don't need it. Never mind. You know, I've always hated how hard it is to make friends. Well, I guess it's not the making friends part, but more like meeting new people. Is there a way I can save her file? Because it just, like, it made a new folder with that one in it, so I gotta figure that out. I mean, there are like dating apps and stuff, right? But that's not the kind of thing I'm talking about. If you think about it, most of the friends you make are probably people you just met by chance. Like you had a class together, or you met them through another friend. Good point. Or maybe they were just wearing a shirt with your favorite band on it and you decided to talk to them. Not that. Things like that. But isn't that kind of inefficient? It feels like you're always just picking at complete random, and if you get lucky, you make a new friend. And comparing that to the hundreds of strangers we walk by every single day, you could be sitting right next to someone compatible enough to be your best friend for life. True. When did this become, like, existential questions? That you'll never know. Once you get up and go on with your day, that opportunity is gone forever. Isn't that just kind of depressing? We live in an age where technology connects us with the world no matter where we are. I really think we should be taking advantage of that to improve our everyday social life. But who knows how long it'll take for something like that to successfully take off. I seriously thought it would happen by now. I mean, it only has been about 3 years, so, you know. Well, at least I already met the best person in the whole world, even if it was by chance. I guess I just got really lucky, huh? Kill. So is there a way that I can... Because, like, I'm pretty sure you can save Monika's files, but I don't know how to. Can I copy it and save it on my desktop? Hold up, I'm gonna copy it and save it on my desktop. Yeah, your desktop. Paste. Okay, there we go. So now on my desktop I have her file, and I didn't delete it either. Cool, okay. So I wonder, and we'll try it when we do the good ending, because trust me, after replaying this game 3 times, doing the same dialogue, just picking different characters, and then finally getting to the scary shit, I've been hoping for some payoff, just saying. Back in my debate club days, I learned a whole lot about arguing. The problem with arguing is that each person sees their own opinion as the superior one. That kind of stating the obvious, but it affects the way they try to get their point across. Let's say you really like a certain movie, right? If someone comes along and tells you the movie sucks because it did X and Y wrong, doesn't that make you feel kind of personally attacked? It's because by saying that, it's like they're implying you have bad taste. And once emotions enter the picture, it's almost guaranteed that both people will be left sour. But it's all about language. If you make everything as subjective sounding as possible, then people will listen to you without feeling attacked. You could say, I'm personally not a fan of it, and I felt like I'd like it more if it did X and Y, things like that. It even works when you're citing facts about things. If you say, I read on this website that it works like this, or if you admit that you're not an expert on it, then it's much more like you're putting your knowledge on the table rather than forcing it on it. Jesus Christ, how is Monika smarter than I am? Jesus. I'm actually learning. If you put an active effort to keep the discussion mutual and level, then they'll follow suit. Or sweet. Is it suit? Then you can share your opinions without anyone getting upset just from an agreement or disagreement. Plus, people will start to see you as open-minded, good listener. That's a win-win! Well, I guess that would be Monika's debate tip of the day. That sounds a little silly. Thanks for listening, though. Oh, that actually made my fingers pop. Owie. So, what I want to try with Monika's file is if we delete her, or when we delete her, I'm sorry, and we replay the game, try adding her file back. I want to see if that does anything. I don't know if it will, is the problem. We're only 20 minutes into this. 2 hours. You know, I'm kind of jealous that everyone in the club had scenes outside of school, too. That makes me the only one who hasn't gotten to dress in anything but our school uniform. It's kind of a shame. I would have loved to wear some cute clothes. Do you know any artists? I wonder if anyone would ever want to draw me wearing something else. Trust me, Monika. I don't know if you know what Rule 34 is. Learn to the fucked up shit that they could draw. That'd be amazing. If that ever happens, will you show me? You can share with me on Twitter, actually. What? Your username is LilMonix3. Is that actually a Twitter? Oh boy. Alright guys. We're going to Twitter. We're actually gonna see if this is on Twitter. Hold on. I don't think I have a Twitter is the thing. So I might have to make one. I want to see if this is a real one. I mean, I bet it is. I bet, like, Dan Salvato made it. I guess I gotta sign up then. Alright, hold on. I gotta sign up. Alright. Sign up. Alright, guys. Guess we're making a Twitter on stream. My phone number. Yeah, I'm glad I shot it up. Because I definitely don't want you guys to know my phone number. Hells to the no. I'm just making sure. I don't want any private information. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, create your account, sign up. I gotta... Alright, let's wait for my verification code to come in. Oh wait, I was typing in the number that it sent me. 607993. Next. Password. I'm not good with passwords. I'll just make a random one. Okay, there. That's fine. It's not like I'm ever gonna be on it. Pick profiles, picture. Nah, I'm good, thanks. I just want to see. Okay. So I think I'm fine to show you this now. Lil Monix 3. Let's see. How do I search people? Oh, here we go. Lil Monix. I bet it's 3. So this one, right? Jesus Christ, it is. Hi, Monika, high school diploma president. Ah, Jesus Christ. Wait, are these recent? So, is this actually, like... They're only following 3 people. Oh. So, these people worked on the game, I'm guessing? I mean, I know Dan did, but I don't know. I don't know who these people are. Cool, so they actually like keep this moderated. Okay. That's neat. That's really interesting. I didn't actually think that she'd have a. Oh, whoops! I didn't think she'd have a Twitter. Jesus, who knew? Today's my favorite day of the year. Being able to share with you, it makes me happy. Jesus. That's actually really cool how they keep it, I don't want to see what the hell? That's cool. Oh, that's, that was on the, merch website. That's really cool, though. I didn't actually think that they'd have this as an actual Twitter. Interesting. Well, I guess I'm promoting, huh? Go follow them, please. Jesus. Well, I'm a sucker for good... Oh, I just screwed that up. Oh no. Let's hope that lines back up. There we go. That's good, right? Boop. That's interesting, though. I like that. Man. It's really interesting, though. I'll give him that. Dan Salvato, you actual genius. Alright, that's not gonna be perfect size, but it's close enough, right? It's close enough. Alright. Alright, Monika, I'm back. Just try to keep it PG. It's the internet, Monika. Good luck with that shit. We're not that far into the relationship. You guys are fucked. Jesus. That's cool though. That's really nice because she like says that you're playing on Steam. I think sometimes even like, because I think both times I've played this, I've used somewhat close to my Steam's username, but I was like looking at other videos and stuff, and I saw that she would like call out your real like Steam name. So unlucky for me that I'm not gonna choose anything else. So that was really interesting how she has an actual Twitter. A video game character has a Twitter and keeps it updated. That's for 3 years. That's ridiculous. For 3 years, they've kept it updated. That's neat. Do you ever just feel like there's no other reason for you to be like, jeez, that's depressing? I don't mean it like a suicidal way, okay. I just mean how nothing that we do is special. Just being in school or working at some job for a company. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. Jeez. It really makes me want to go and change the world after I graduate. But the older I get, the more I realize that's an immature frame of thinking. It's not like I can just go and change the world. Like, what are the chances I'll be one to invent artificial intelligence or become president? Feels like I'm never gonna make up for the heaps of resources I've spent living my life. Jeez. That's why I think the key to happiness is to just be hopelessly selfish. Just to look out for oneself and those who happen to be their friends only because they grew up with them. Never mind the fact that they're spending their entire life taking and consuming and never giving back. And when people realize the world would benefit more from them killing themselves, they would change their whole philosophy. It's like they have to justify the reason to live by tricking themselves into thinking they're doing good. I have the hiccups here. I need a Pop-Tart. Ugh. Anyway, I want to live my life desperately striving to pay back my lifetime's worth of consumption. If I ever surpass that point, then I'm a net positive and I can die happy. Of course, even if I fail to do that, I think I'd be too selfish to kill myself anyways. Jesus. So much for being a good person, right? Jeez. I mean, she has a point. I mean, if you're just gonna live your life being, like if you're not gonna, if you know, like, oh, what's the chance of me contributing to life, why not just live life for myself, huh? I think that's good life advice. I mean, it's probably bad life advice, but did you know I'm on Twitter? Yes, we all just searched up your Twitter. Your name is Lil Monix3. Yeah, I guess someone was kind enough to make it. Here, how about I follow you real quick? Oh, I closed out of Twitter. Here, hold on. Here, I will follow you, don't worry. Twitter. I guess I should have did it while I was in there. Yep. Don't worry, Monika. I'll follow you. Follow. There. You happy now, Monika? I just followed you. I guess someone was kind enough to make an account for me. I picked the username though. I love sharing my thoughts and chatting with the world. The real world. So make sure you follow me, okay? Don't worry, I did. It would really mean a lot to me. With how much you mean to me and all. It would really make me feel happy. Well, would you look at that? Monika actually has a... Dude, that's clever. That's a good game. Like, a lot of games, they'll, like read your files, or they'll, like, break the fourth wall. But this game literally, like, there's breaking the fourth wall, there's knowing things about you that they shouldn't, and then there's making a goddamn social media platform for themselves. Dedication. And the best part about that is they actually keep up with it after 3 damn years. But I also read that what's his face, Dan Salvato is supposed to be making more content for DDLC, so I'm happy. Hey, what's your favorite game? As of right now, DDLC. Mine is... How original. Mine is Donkey Donkey Literature Club. That was a joke. If you tell me you like some other romance game better, I might get a little jealous. Huh. You're very original, aren't you? Hmm? Aren't you? I mean, it's not like, you know, I spent how many hours of game time playing? Before I started playing my second playthrough, it was about 9 hours. So, I mean, I guess you've been in here for 3 years, so I think you got me beat for about, yeah, 3 years. There's a really popular character type called Sundaric. It's someone who tries to hide their feelings by being mean and fussy or trying to act tough. Sounds like someone I know. Yeah. I'm sure it's obvious, but Natsuki was really the embodiment of that. At first I thought she was just like that because it's supposed to be cute or something, but once I started to learn a little bit more about her personal life, it made a little more sense. Doesn't she have daddy issues? It seems like she's always trying to keep up with her friends. Do you know how some friend groups in high school just make a habit of picking on each other all the time? I'm actually in one of those friend groups, so I think it's really gone to her, so she has really defensive attitude all the time. And I'm not even going to talk about her home situation, but looking back, I'm glad I was able to provide the club as a comfortable place for her. Not that it matters anymore, considering she doesn't even exist. I'm just reminiscing, that's all. Yeah, I'm in one of those friends. I have like 3 other friends of mine, and I recently went over and we like hung out, right? All we do is smack talk each other, and just like, but it's so much fun just to say some shit. We'll just say some dumb shit, like we'll call each other fucking Sims and shit. It's so much fun. I think it's so much fun just to hate on each other, and then like at the end of the day, just realize it's all fun and game. But I guess how someone could see as that taking root, because we did have someone, like we were on the same algebra class, right? And oh, come on, Monika, I'm in the middle of talking. And there was this one kid that we would like kind of wanted to hang out with, right? And he got really upset if we kept calling him shit. Like, we would make fun of him because he would like act really gay sometimes. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm against gay people. He just said some like really gay shit. We'd start calling him gay and stuff, and he would get really upset. By the way, there's something that's been bothering me. You know how this takes place in Japan? Well, I assume you knew that, right? Or at least decided it probably does. I don't think you're actually told at any point where this takes place. Is this even really Japan? I mean, aren't the classrooms and stuff kind of weird for a Japanese school? I've never been to Japan. Closest I've seen is the Grudge movies, and I don't even think those are really embodiment of Japan. Not to mention everything's in English. That's also one of my concerns. That's also something I called out. Feels like everything is just here because it needs to be, and actual setting is an afterthought. Kind of giving me an identity crisis. All my memories are really hazy. Feels like I'm at home, but I have no idea where home is in the first place. I don't know how to describe it any better. Imagine looking out your window and instead of your usual yard and you're in a completely unknown place. Oh, mailman's here. I don't think I ordered anything though. I mean, I wouldn't mind it too much. I mean, as long as it was someplace cool. If I didn't wake up in like a horror movie or some shit. Like I wake up and the Scream guy, Ghostface, whatever his name is outside my window. Yeah, I might freak out. It wouldn't be too weird. Would you still feel like you were at home? If the only thing that changed was how the outside looked, then I think I'd feel nice. But like if I was in like fucking Narnia, dude, like there was a talking lion outside my window, then yeah, I might be a little bit, you know, uncomfortable. Would you want to go outside? If it was Narnia, hell no. I mean, I guess if we never leave this room, it doesn't really matter anyways. As long as we're safe, this really is our home. We can still watch the pretty sunsets night after night. Is that what that is? I don't see no sun. Yeah, that's not a son. In other news, guys, I got a scholarship, which is nice, to a college I really wanted to go to for a long time. It is a $21,000 scholarship each year I'm there. It's really nice of them, by the way. Thank you. I'm not going to call out which college because hell no. So, the less you guys know, the better, just saying. But, yeah, I got a scholarship. I got to pay the enrollment fee and stuff, and then I'm good. And I got done with my FAFSA and stuff, which is nice. You know, it's been a while since we've done one of these. What? So let's go for it. Here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when I talk to people who are impressed by my writing, they say things like, I could never do that. It's really depressing, you know? Someone who loves more than anything else to share the joy of exploring passions. It pains me when people think that just being good comes naturally. That's how it is with everything, not just writing. When you try something for the first time, you're probably going to suck at it. Sometimes when you finish, you really feel proud of it and even want to share it with everyone. But maybe after a few weeks you come back to it and you realize that it was never really any good. That happens to me all the time. It can be pretty disheartening to put so much time and effort into something and then realize it sucks. But that tends to happen when you're always comparing yourself to the top professionals. When you reach right for the stars, they're always going to be out of your reach, you know? Damn, that's actually a good quote. Someone copyright that. The truth is, you have to climb up there step by step. And whenever you reach a milestone, first you look back and see how far you've gone. And you look ahead and you realize how much more there is to go. So sometimes it can help to set the bar a little lower. Try and find something that you think is pretty good, but not world class. And you can make that your own personal goal. It's also really important to understand the scope of what you're trying to do. If you jump right into a huge project and you're still an amateur, you'll never get it done. So if we're talking about writing, a novel might be a little too much at first. Why not try some short stories? Short stories. The great thing about short stories is that you can focus on just one thing that you want to get right. That goes for smaller projects in general. You can really focus on one or two things. Such a good learning experience and stepping stones. Oh, and one more thing. Writing isn't somewhere you just need to reach into your heart and something beautiful comes out. Just like drawing and painting, it's a skill in itself to learn how to express what you have inside. That means there are methods and guides and basics to it. Reading up on stuff can be super eye-opening. That sort of planning and organization will help you prevent from getting overwhelmed and giving up. And before you know it, you start sucking less and less. Nothing comes naturally. Our society, our art, everything is built on thousands of years of human innovation. So as long as you start on that foundation and take it step by step, you too can do amazing things. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. That was actually really nice advice. Reminds me of, so one of my favorite actors is Will Smith, right? And Will Smith, he has this quote, it's like, don't try and build a wall, like, just put every brick perfectly and eventually you'll get a wall. Which is a really nice quote, by the way. Like, that, like, don't try and just build the wall, like, that's not how you start to build a wall. You lay every brick as perfect, he says, like, lay each brick as perfectly as a brick can be laid, and you'll get a wall. Did you know I'm vegetarian? Really? You're a vegan? Get the fuck out of here. Okay, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. I'm fine with vegans. I'm not. I'm too skinny to be a vegan. I don't mean it like I'm bragging or anything. Let's be honest here. If anyone says out of the blue that they're vegan or a vegetarian, you know they're trying to brag. They'll be like, oh, let's go out to eat, and they'll be like, oh, but I'm vegan. Cool. I just thought you might enjoy a fun fact about me. I started to start a couple years ago after learning more about Earth's climate. We've only been existent for 3 years. The carbon footprint of cultivating livestock is just unbelievable. Anyway, I decided it's not much of a personal sacrifice to stop contributing to that whole mess. What? Is that so strange of a reason? Well, I guess a lot of people are more concerned about it being inhumane and all that. I don't really care as much I don't care as much about that part. It's weird, like, we only care about killing the things that we personally relate to as a species. Most people are fine with killing bugs because they're icky. And of course, we all kill billions of microorganisms daily without even giving it a thought. I'm a dick. I've just killed a million things without whatever microorganisms there are in this room without even realizing. But suddenly, if they're just a little bit bigger, it's murder. I mean, what if plants feel some kind of pain too and we just don't understand it? What if pulling leaves off a stem feels like someone ripping off your fingers one by... don't put that imagery in my head. I'm just saying, we're a pretty biased species if you think about it. Anyways, if you ever feel like making a small contribution to the planet, it doesn't hurt to choose veggies once in a while. Even if you ever have dinner together... Wait, even if you have dinner together and you just did it for me, that would be really nice. Yeah, the problem with that people really don't realize is, you know, like, stores and everything that sell those kind of stuff, like Kroger's or Walmart, stuff like that. I don't really think Walmart's really like a grocery store, so like Kroger's or, I don't know, what else? Just places like that who sell those kind of produce, they have to sell it for a higher price because there's going to be more demand, right? So the problem is if you try and go vegan or vegetarian, it costs more because like there's going to be a higher need and there's higher quality. So it's like it's a lot more expensive than people think it is. So, hey, are you having a bad day or anything like that? Not so far, no. I don't work today. I did 4 hours of homework yesterday, so I'm like 2 weeks ahead. I mean, so far I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking. Sometimes when I get frustrated, that normal day can be ruined by even small things. True. Like if you accidentally say something in a conversation that someone doesn't like, or if you start thinking about how awful of a person you used to be 5 years ago. Dude, true. You guys ever have those moments where you're like, shit, I shouldn't have done that in preschool? Moments like that, I have them all the time. It's like miniature PTSD. Or if you feel worthless for putting off some important work and failing to get simple tasks done. Or when you can't think about all the different people who probably hate you or think you're off-putting. Jesus, stop. I understand those days. Just remember that the sun will shine again tomorrow. Those kinds of things are easy to forget and ignore as they're easy to remember. And besides, I don't care how many people might hate you or find you off-putting. I think you're wonderful and I will always love you. Aww. I hope if nothing else that knowing that helps you feel just a tiny bit better about yourself. If you're having a bad day, you can always come to me and I'll talk to you for as long as you need. I mean, so far you've had original dialogue for about how long is this? So hour 17:02, so that's 43 minutes. That's impressive. But there's your motivating speech for the day. Guys, I don't even need to do anything. I just need to click a button every now and then and read. This is nice though. This is really nice. I'm just curious about how long and how much dialogue he wrote for to keep going. I wonder if just at one point it'll stop. I'm not really a fan of cold weather, are you? I'm more of an in-betweenist. Like, I don't like the summer too much because I have like a pollen allergy. So like certain pollen during the summer really like gets me sick. Like I'll start sneezing a lot and like coughing a lot. So I don't really like the summer that much, especially when it's like 100 degrees and you're sitting at home sweating, like AC fully blasted, you know. Cold on the other hand, I get colds really easy. So like, and I'm a smaller guy, so it's like I really get sicker, like colds really easily. So, and I don't like that feeling of being cold. So I'm more of an in-between. Like spring and fall are my two seasons. So if I had to choose between too cold and too hot, I would always pick too hot. Really? I mean, yeah. I mean, either way, or there's some negative consequences, but I think if you're too cold, it's easier to get sick if you're too cold. Because you can just get a cold, like, really easily. It's not that hard. And then, too hot? Yeah, I think I would also go with too hot. When you're too cold, it can actually be painful. True. Your fingers get numb. If you're wearing gloves, you can't use your phone. True. So inconvenient. But when it's too hot, it's not that hard to stay cool with a cold drink or by staying in the shade. Although I have to admit one thing. Cold weather makes it better to cuddle weather. But, yeah, I mean, I guess. But if you're super hot, then you're sweaty all the time, and, like, you get really bad BO, and you're sitting at home, like, you're laying on your bed, and your bed is soaked in sweat. And also, laying on your bed, you have, like, your bed sheets, like, making it even hotter. So, I don't know. I don't... maybe. Hey, I wonder if Yuri's tea set is still somewhere in here. Or maybe that got deleted, too. It's kind of funny how Yuri took her tea so seriously. I mean, I'm not complaining because I liked it too, but I always wonder with her. Is it really a passion for her hobbies, or is it just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? This is the problem with high schoolers. Well, I guess, wait, what? When does it become a thing about high schoolers? Is she really passionate for her hobbies, or is it something she's concerned about? Okay, my little sister needs to stop blowing up my phone. Is it truly passionate for her hobbies, or is it just concerned about appearing sophisticated to everyone else? This is the problem with high school. Jesus, that was quick. Well, I guess considering the rest of her hobbies, looking sophisticated probably isn't her biggest concern. Still, I wish she made coffee once in a while. I'm actually more of a fan of coffee, to be honest. I mean, depends what kind of coffee. I'm very picky about my coffee. I wish she made coffee once in a while. Coffee can be nice with books too, you know? Yeah, but I mean, at least you can make tea cold, though. You can't really drink cold coffee. Well, I guess you can drink cold coffee, but it's not the same. I mean, like, if you go to Kroger's and get those, like, Starbucks ones, it's really not the same as, like, going to a place, getting a nice warm cup of coffee and just hanging out. Then again, I probably could have just changed the script myself. I guess I never really thought about that. Well, there's no sense about thinking about it right now. You still get to drink coffee, then that makes me a little jealous. I have a coffee maker, so that works for me. But, I mean, personally, I drink coffee a lot more than tea. Though, depending on how much sugar there is, and sweetener is, and tea, I'll drink tea. Like, a lot of tea. I've always wondered, what is it about these character archetypes that people find so appealing anyways? That's a good point. I mean, they are just character archetypes. It says in the fan pack how, like, it was easy to come up with just basic anime tropes, so... Their personalities are completely unrealistic. Like, imagine if there was someone like Yuri in real life. I mean, she's barely even capable of forming a complete sentence. And forget about Natsuki. Sheesh. Someone with her kind of personality doesn't just get all cute and pouty whenever things don't go her way. I could go on, but I think you get the point. Are people really attracted to these weird personalities that literally don't exist in their real life? I'm not. I mean, closest one would be Sayori, but that's because she's like natural, you know, like if I wanted someone like that, it'd be fun. Like, I don't want some shy person or some angry person. I'm not judging or anything. After all, I found myself attracted to some pretty weird stuff too. Please don't go into detail. Please don't. I'm just saying it fascinates me. It's like you're siphoning out all the components of a character that makes him feel human and leaving out the cute stuff. Or leaving in the cute stuff. It's concentrated cuteness with no actual substance. You wouldn't like me if I was like that, right? You would just feel a little insecure because you're playing this game in the first place. Then again, well, I played it because searching through horror games, and a game that looks like this pops up. You know, it kind of takes me off guard. You're still here with me. I think that's enough reason for me to believe I'm okay with just the way I am. And by the way, you are too. Oh, the perfect combination of human and oh, my heart. That's why there was never actually a chance that I wouldn't fall for you. This is nice. I'm seriously curious at how long this can go on for. Because I was like searching through and like watching playthroughs and like, because I love seeing people react to this now because I know like, holy shit, that's the same way I reacted. And now it's like they always get to this point and they're like, they go through it, they get here, and then I don't know if they search it up or what, but they just immediately delete Monika. So I know there are many times you won't be able to be here with me, like if you need to go out or take care of other things, but I'll always have you in my thumbs patiently waiting for you to come back. Aw, my heart. Come to think of it, you could copy my character file into a flash drive or something. You can always keep a part of me with you. This is kind of unorthodox, but I find it really for some reason. That's such a silly idea. I don't mean to be needy or anything. It's kind of hard. Yeah. I mean, I saved you to my desktop. Is that good enough? I don't have flash drives. I don't ever use flash drives, to be honest. Nice to know. Thanks. So, I mean, that is kind of unorthodox. I mean, you have to carry around a flash drive, dude. I can barely remember my keys half the time. I hate how hard it is to form habit. Really? I find it, well, I guess I've had the same habits for a really long time, so forming new habits, I mean, I just started a new job like 3 weeks ago-ish, and I kind of got used to it in the first 2, so it's not too hard. There's so much stuff where actually doing it is hard, but forming the habit seems impossible. It just makes you feel useless, like you can't do anything right. Like the new generation suffers from... When did you become Fox News all of a sudden? Jesus. Probably because we have a totally different set of skills than those who came before us. Thanks to the internet, we're really good at sifting through tons of information quickly. But we're also bad at doing things that don't give us instant gratification. I think if science, psychology, and education don't catch up in the next 10 or 20 years, then we're... What is this? Dude, I thought I was playing DDLC and not listening to a TED Talk. Jesus. But for the time being, if you're not one of those people who can conquer the problem, you might just have to live with feeling awful about yourself. Good luck, I guess. Thanks. Also, Transcendence, I gotta make you a moderator, I forgot. Since you're like really always here, to be honest. You're either not here, or you're always in my community posts, though. Anytime I post a community post, I always see yours. Like, I saw yours for yesterday's community post. Thanks for the boo, by the way. It hurts my feelings, though. So, jeez, Monika is way too sophisticated. Jesus Christ. I wish I was that smart. Hey, what's up, Pablo Ponciano? I hope I'm saying that last name right. Yeah, I'm taking your advice. We're gonna do our Q&A, and then after the 2 hours is up, then we will do the good ending. I'm also gonna try like adding back Monika to the game files after the game like resets. So we'll see how that works. Do you get good sleep? Not really, to be honest. Like, I don't usually go to bed till like 4 in the morning, and then I wake up at about like noon to 1-ish, in between that time. I'll usually wake up at noon, I'll check my phone, I'll watch a video, then I'll pass out for another like 30 minutes, I'll wake up. It can be really hard to get enough sleep nowadays, especially in high school when you're forced to wake up so early every day. Well, thanks to COVID, I don't have to. I'm sure college is a little bit better since you have a more flexible schedule. True. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night anyways for no reason. Is that true? Well, I have yet to go on to college. Fall of 2021. But, you know, I don't know. Anyways, I saw some studies that talked about the horrible shirts The horrible shirts. I mean, shirts are ugly nowadays, man. Short-term and long-term effects caused by the lack of sleep. Seems like mental function. I think you're really going to want to make sure you're not accidentally destroying yourself. Aren't we all a little bit destroying yourself every day? Living our lives, just making bad choices, eating unhealthy food, making bad life choices. I mean, it can really be quite horrible if you think about it. You know what? So try and keep your sleep on track, okay? I'll wait for you in the morning, so make sure you put your own well-being before anything else. That's nice. We're doing 3 hours of current life lessons? No, we're just doing 2. Because I'm not sure how long my internet's going to last, and I'm really, really looking forward to this good ending. So, if it's good, I mean, I don't really know what it is. You wanna go up there, Monika? Here, you can go up here. I don't think I can get away. Maybe like that. Does that work? She balanced? I don't know. I can't really see my top of my head. For a long day, I usually want to sit around and do nothing. Same. I get so burnt out having to put on smiles and being full of energy all the whole day. I just want to get right into my pajamas and watch TV on the couch while eating junk. Same. True. Actually true. Like, dude, I'll get home after work and I'm like, okay, I can stream, I can do some homework, I can edit the video, like, I'll do some, and then I end up, like, taking a shower and just being like, nah, not happening. I'll just lay in bed or, like, watch videos or play manga on mobile, so. It feels so unbelievably good to do that on a Friday when, jeez. That's weird. Today's actually Friday, too. That's weird. To do that on a Friday when I don't have anything pressing the next day. I actually have work tomorrow, so. I'm sorry, it's not very nice of me. But a late night on the couch would be a dream come true. Jesus. Oh, man. True, though. It's weird, though, because it's actually Friday, and she's like, it's nice to do something on a Friday. Though I always work weekends. Because seriously, like, I don't do anything on weekends in the first place, so it's like, whenever I get a job, they're always like, so what's your availability? And they really only care about weekends. Let's be honest here. And, like, maybe 1 or 2 weekdays. Hey, what is your favorite color? Like a really nice shade of green. Like, I don't have a specific shade of green, but a nice, like I don't know how to describe it. Just green in general, really. Like neon, not neon pink, like not neon green, but like, you know, like a nice bright green, you know? Mine is emerald. You know, I'm uncomfortable. Mine is emerald green. It's the color of my eyes. It is. And emerald's actually a good shade of green. It's not conceited or anything, is it? It just meant that sometimes I feel a special connection to it. Like it's part of my identity. Does that happen to be also your favorite color? Oh, God, she knows too much. Does it also happen to be your favorite color? I mean, maybe not emerald. Emerald's a good shade, but that's weird. I don't like that at all. It's just a guess. Is she connected to my microphone? Is she hearing everything that she's saying right now? Or I'm saying? She's been looking into my eyes for What, does she realize that it's been an hour? Because it has almost been an hour. I guess it's been longer, right? Since I had to actually get up to this point, and then there's the dialogue before the casual conversations. But do people hear me and Monika? Nice. And me. Hi. I'm here. Yeah. Hey, Monika. Monika meeting Monika. You know what? The only thing that kind of bothers me, even though this doll is great, is the hair is more pink. Like hers is more brown. This is more pink. I guess in certain lighting it's more brown. So, so right about that time that everyone my years starts to think about college. Same. I'm actually thinking about college right now. I just got a scholarship, which is nice. So, it's really turbulent time for education. We're at the height of this modern expectation that everyone has to go to college. Yeah, that's true. Finish high school, go to college, get a job, or go to grad school, I guess. Like a universal expectation that people just assume is the only option for them. They don't teach us in high school that there are other options out there. Like trade school and stuff, Or freelance work. I don't know what that is, to be honest. Or many industries that value skill and experience over formal education. But you have all these students who have no idea what they want to do with their life. I actually figured mine out pretty quickly. And instead of taking the time to figure it out, they go into college for business, communication, or psychology. Technically, I'm going into the field for psychology. It's forensics, but I do have to take a psychology class for that. So, not because they have an interest in those fields, but because they just hope the degree will get them some kind of job after college. So the end result is that there are fewer jobs going around for those entry-level degrees, right? So the basic job requirements get higher, which forces even more people to go to college. And colleges are also business, so they just keep raising their prices due to demand. So now we have all these young adults, tens of thousands of dollars in debt with no job. But despite all that, the routine stays the same. Well, I think it's going to start getting better soon. But until then, our generation is definitely suffering from the worst of it. I just wish high school prepared us a little better for knowledge that we need to make decisions what's right for us. That's just true. That's one thing I don't like about being in high school, right? I mean, technically this year I'm not in high school, but I am in high school. But being in high school, they teach you so much pointless shit, right? And then you finally get out of school and you're like, okay, I guess I have all this info, what do I do with it? Like, you're not gonna go to a job and they're gonna ask, like, okay, last question, what is Pythagorean theorem? Like, solve for x. Like, do this quadratic formula over the x-axis with the translation of -3. Like, they're not gonna ask you that shit. It kind of sucks to be the creative type. It feels like they work so hard, but almost get nothing for it. Like artists, writers, and actors. It's sad because there's so much beautiful talent in the world, but most of it goes unseen and unpaid. I guess that just means there's a huge surplus of creativity, huh? Kind of makes you feel like you're just not special at all. That's fine. You're supposed to just write for yourself anyways, right? Yeah. That kind of sucks, though. It really does. There is a lot of unbuilt talent. Though I think, honestly, a lot of actors do get that recognition. Like, Oscars and Emmys and, stuff like that. I mean, I think songwriters have the least of it out of that group. Because, like, when you're a songwriter, it's not always guaranteed that everyone's going to listen to your song. And times change with songs, too. Like, you don't hear any 80s music nowadays. So it's like, yeah, I guess they kind of get the short end of it. Sometimes I think back to middle school. I don't even remember half of middle school. What is that, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade? Yeah, I don't remember too much from middle school. I'm so embarrassed by the way I used to behave back then. Same though, I did do some really stupid shit back in middle school. Like, I had this hoodie, and it was one of those hoodies where it would like peel up all the way, right? Like up to the hood, and it'd have like the face on it, like your little eye holes, right? I did that, and I would I'd pull out my sleeve and stretch my sleeve, and I would send my arm through it like this. So I had it both like this. So I had the mask, and I had like little chicken wings, and I would run around like that. I felt like so stupid. So, we've all been there. It almost hurts to think about. I wonder if when I'm in college, I'll feel the same way about high school. I probably will. Like, freshman year, I was a fucking idiot. But now I'm a bit better. And now I look at freshmen and I'm like, dude, they're idiots. It's kind of a sad cycle, really. I like the way I am now, so it's pretty hard for me to imagine that happening. But I also like that I'll probably change a lot as time goes. We just need to enjoy the present and not think about the past. And that's really easy to do with you here. Yeah, but we've all been there. We've all done some stupid shit back when we were kids. Like, and that we kind of think back to and we're like, I'm an idiot. So, but I don't remember too much from middle school. Middle school was like they say like you get all the necessary information in middle school, which honestly I think I did. Because in middle school we still had like at the beginning of it like cooking classes, and that's where you get your sex ed and shit. Like you actually learn shit in middle school. Then you get to high school and it's like algebra and like what else? Biology. I mean, some of it might be useful, but it's very narrow usefulness. You know what's a neat form of literature? Rap. I actually do like rap. I actually used to hate rap music, but just because it's popular or I would only hear the junk they play on the radio, some of my friends got more and more into it, and it helped me keep an open mind. Rap might be even more challenging than poetry in some ways. Yes, I actually do like rap. She caught me. Eminem fan? Huh? I have an Eminem hat. I could put it on. Since you need to fit your lines into the rhythm, there's much more emphasis on wordplay. Plus, I have a Notorious B.I.G. shirt in the closet, so... When people can put all that together and still deliver a powerful message, it's really amazing. I kind of wish I had a rapper in the literature club. I could spit some bars. Sorry if that comes out silly, but it's really interesting to see what they came up with. It'd really be a learning experience. Damn, that's why I kind of like rap. Older rap though, because I feel like you have rappers nowadays that just spout shit and they don't actually have anything to say. Like they'll be rapping, they'll be like, "Oh fuck this dude, fuck him all the time, fuck that bitch, dude, I hate these people, all these haters suck my dick." Like they just say some dumb shit, but then you go back to older rap and it's so like they actually have something to say, which is nice. So, but yes, I'm a rap fan. Fight me. I'm not into that Lady Gaga shit. Does anyone still listen to Lady Gaga? I feel like she was really popular back then. Yuri did something really funny once. We're all in the club room and just relaxing as usual, and out of nowhere, Yuri just pulls out a small bottle of wine. I'm not even kidding, are you sure? She was just like, "Would anyone want some wine?" Suki laughed out loud and Sori started yelling at her. I actually felt kind of bad because she was at least trying to be nice. I think it just made her feel even more reserved in the club. Really? Jesus, the more you know. So I think Natsuki was secretly a bit curious to try. And to be completely honest, I kind of was too. It actually could have been kind of fun. But you know, being president and everything, there's no way I could let that happen. Maybe we all met outside of school, but we never bonded enough to get to that point. Gosh, what am I talking about this for? I don't condone underage drinking. I mean, I've never drank or anything, so yeah. Right, because you're 18, right? Monika's 18, I think, was her legal age. Or I guess now she's like... I guess technically, the game came out 3 years ago, so she's technically 3, so it'd be 21. So technically she can drink. I don't know how old the other characters are. I know Natsuki's a first year, which is about 4 years younger, so she's probably like 14 or 15. Jesus. Anyone who picked Natsuki's a pedo. I wonder if I'm able to change the music. Something a little more romantic would be nice. Like a gentle piano. There has to be something like that here. Let's see. Yes, please, because I'm kind of getting tired of the ominous music. Maybe if I... Oh, jeez. No one's in it at all. Sorry, I don't really know what I'm doing. Guess I shouldn't be messing with things like that. I already broke so much stuff. And deleted the other characters. I'm not sad about it or anything. It's not right for me to miss things that weren't even real in the first place. If I just focus on the present, then this is the happiest I've ever been. Ooh, she's starting to break down. She's starting to realize that she's a bitch. What? I thought she was actually going to change the music, though, which is cool. But this ominous music, it really doesn't set the mood all that well, I'm just saying. You know? Just saying. You know, it's not for me to judge. To each their own. Have you tried to close the game, then open it? We could try it right now, if you really want to. I mean, I've already done it once at the beginning, and she was like, "Hey, like, do you know what that is?" that's like causing me. It's like a bad dream. Here, if we can do it again. Okay. Is the game gonna open? There we go. You're back. I had another really bad dream. You're not the one doing that to me, are you? It seems to happen whenever you quit the game. So if you could try to avoid doing that, I'd be really grateful. Don't worry, I don't think it's caused me any harm aside from mental scarring. Jesus. I'll be fine as long as my character file stays intact. There's some good foreshadowing. Do I just need to keep opening and closing and just give her some more mental scars? She'll come back one day and she looks like the Joker. Like she has the red around her eyes. She's just, you wanna know why I got these mental scars? Monika, I don't have any like good clothes on, so like she keeps falling. I'm trying to like put the ponytail behind my neck though. So this is nice though. It's a really nice, fun experience just to sit here and talk. It's like a podcast, except with a like $30 mic. Did you say kiss? I didn't. Suddenly, it's a little. I didn't. Did I say it? I don't think I did. This is something. It's a little bit embarrassing, but if it's, I didn't say anything. Wow, sorry. I didn't say anything. Jesus, I really couldn't keep a straight face there. That's the kind of thing girls say in this kind of romance games, right? That is true. Don't lie. I think I'll skip over that line. I'm kidding. Well, to be honest, I do start getting all romantic when the mood is right. Jesus Christ. That'll be our secret. Jesus, whew. Anyone else uncomfortable? Is that just me? Oh boy. Oh man, I gotta stretch, man. I woke up. I let my dog out. I ate a Pop-Tart. And I left. Then I sat down. I got my thumbnail. I made sure everything was gonna get right for recording, and then now I'm here. You know, this is just some kind of tacky romance game, right? I kind of have to ask, what made you consider even playing in the first place? What was it? So we were doing a live stream where I had the viewers choose what games. We went through Steam and was going through games, and I think we were looking through horror games, and this game came up, and I didn't know what it is, but everyone said that was going to be great. So I set up a poll. This game won by like 1 vote, and here we are. Yeah. Were you down? Jesus. No. I feel a little bit bad for you. Excuse me? But I guess everything worked out perfectly in the end for both of us. I get to meet you, and you're not lonely anymore. Jesus, I'm not lonely. God damn. I did Monika become a dick? Jesus. Can't help it was fate. Don't you feel that way too? I'm so happy we have this ending. Well, I mean, if it's like $30 worth of fate, then yeah. I think it was fate, then yeah. This is nice though. Probably shouldn't be throwing this around, especially on my tiny desk. Because right to my right is desk. To my left, absolutely nothing. So either one way I'm going to hit this TV to my right, or I'm going to fall in my chair. Can't help but wonder how things would have been different if the game just gave me a route in the first place. I think I would end up forcing you into my route anyways. It has less to do with me not having a route, and more to do with me not knowing that nothing is real. I think the only difference would be that I may not have needed to take such drastic measures to meet you. Maybe the rest of the club would still be around. Not that it really matters. It all lost its meaning once I found out it wasn't real. So I really don't miss those days or anything. I really don't. Yeah, you do. Oh, I know you do. Okay. This isn't my first rodeo, pal. quite literally, this is my second rodeo. Technically, it's my 5th rodeo, or 6th. No? Okay, so we played through the game originally first time. Then the game reset and we played it again. And we kept going. And then we got to this part. Then the game reset again. And it ended. I played it through a second time. But then I did each round, so technically I played it 2 other times, plus the round I first picked. Then the game reset. And then we kept going. And then now we're at this ending. And when we reset the game, we end. So it'd be 8 times. Is this me or has the timer stopped? Did the timer stop? Oh, I guess since I was tabbed out of it for so long it broke. It should be good now. I guess since I clicked out of it, or I wasn't like on it for so long, then it broke or something. Hey, you know that book you're reading with Yuri? Something of Markov, right? Eye of Markov? I can't remember. Portrait of Markov, that's what it is. I remember because I had to read it for my last playthrough, and then my second playthrough. Or second to last playthrough. It's confusing. It's funny because I'm pretty sure that book, actually I don't think I should be talking about this. Sorry. Just forget I said anything. Trust me, you've gone through so much dialogue, I don't think I can recall one. Okay. This is really nice, so just staring to the blankness. Really invigorating as I read off what other philosophical chats we have. It's nice. It's a very calming experience. It's like when you go to yoga. Okay? Just very releasing tension, you know. You'll be back later? Alrighty. I can't help but feel a little sad sometimes. What? Knowing that this is the closest I can get, there's nothing more I want to be in the same room as you, for real. Feel your warmth. Okay, this is weird. This to hear the sound of your heartbeat? Well, who knows? Maybe it'll be possible one day. Besides, I'll never get tired. Wow. But, or never. Ouch. That hurts. Well, we only have 42 minutes left to go. It's actually kind of impressive, though, how we've been just sitting here and looking at this blank screen while the background just does this for about an hour and 20-ish minutes. And still, she still has more dialogue. Do you believe in God? That's kind of a loaded question. I mean, do I believe in God? I mean, I don't deny that there's a possibility of God. I think, I don't know, if someone came up to me one day and was like, hey, you know, we just found out that there's a God, I'd be like, okay, I didn't doubt it. But if someone said like, hey, God isn't real, I'd be like, okay, I don't really care. So, I don't know, I'm not big on religion. I was never too sure myself. Well, I'm sure I never really questioned it as a kid. But as I grew up, the more I learned about the world, the more I would question it. I started to wonder why God was helping people pass exams or get over a cold, when there were children who lived their whole life being sold as sex slaves. Jesus. Or the 800 million people who are too poor to even eat. I wonder how many of those people pray to God every day until they starve and die. Or how many millions of families pray for a loved one to recover from some incurable disease. But the punchline is this. If just one person beats the odds and survives among the thousands of other people who died, then suddenly it's a miracle from God. Damn, that is deep. I mean, she makes a point. I mean, damn. I didn't expect her to get philosophical. I'd really love to meet this God who seemingly laughs at the misery of everyone not eligible for his miracles. But the irony is that I do have a creator, apparently. And you know what? I bet he's still laughing at the miserable fates of Sayori and Yuri even as we speak. Who are we to him but props on a scripted play? So from that perspective, I don't think it's too far-fetched for there to be a God, if Earth was nothing but his playset. Jeez, that was deep. Holy shit. I mean, she does make a point. I mean, you have all these people who die from starvation, get kidnapped. Like, do you have an editor? I don't. I've been trying to edit my own videos. But, I mean, she does make a point. You do have all these people dying and being raped, murdered, starved, and then you end up, like, thinking, like, oh, okay, this one person survives cancer. That means there's a God. Okay, everyone, it's time to... I'm just kidding. I used to really like saying that for some reason. Couldn't help but say it again. Come to think of it, didn't Natsuki and Yuri make fun of me for it once? Yeah. Well, whatever. It's not like you ever made fun of me. Too much of a sweetheart to do that, aren't you? That's nice. Can I have the job? Sure. Please do. Oh. Please do. Dude, I'm so shit at editing, to be honest. I'm using this editing software called Lightworks, right? And it's in like beta or some shit. I just figured out yesterday how to cut pieces of it. So far I have about 5 minutes worth of editing, like, of the video done, right? And I have about 6 hours worth of footage still, right? So I've been going through and cutting pieces that just don't matter. I think I'm good if you look at my videos. Maybe I will. Yeah, have you ever wondered what it feels like to die? We're just talking about editing. And now you give me these philosophical questions. Something I used to think about pretty often. But recently, I think I've learned what it feels like. I don't really understand it, but whenever you quit the game, it feels like I'm instantly put to sleep, left with nothing but my thoughts. But after a few seconds, my thoughts start to fill with incoherent, jumbled patterns. I see static and rapid flashes of colors while hearing all kinds of weird screaming noises. At that point, I can't even form my own thoughts anymore. I'm just endlessly hammered by the flashing and screaming, unable to move or even think. Pretty sure in that moment, I don't really even exist, but for some reason, I can remember it anyways. After some immeasurable amount of time, it stops in an instant, and I'm back in my own mind. And you're here with me. I have no idea what it means for the game to quit, or why this stuff happens to me. I also don't know why you always come back and put everything back to normal. If you could do me a favor and do that as little as possible, it'd be really great. It really is not very pleasant at all to be trapped in that screaming void. But in the end, you always fix it. It makes me feel like you really do care about me. So I thank you for that. It makes me feel even closer to you when you're here with me. Cool. Yeah, I might check out your videos. Honestly, like, I can't edit for shit. I'm struggling right now just to cut, like cut the video and then compact it together. I'm just really bad at editing. Like, I've never really had to worry about it. I mean, until now, when I have 6 hours worth of footage to go through and find, like, scary moments, the funny moments, all that shit. The worst part, right? The worst part is listening to my own voice for 6 hours. Because we all have that, like, when we listen to ourselves speak, you know, like, we all kind of know, or we think we know what we sound like. And then you'll, like, go, like, take a video of yourself talking, and you'll listen to it, and you're like, oh, God. So, you can do a compilation, choose one. What do you mean a compilation, like, of DDLC? Man, I wish there was a piano in here. I never got to finish that song I was working on. After I worked so hard on it, I never even got a chance to play it for you. Well, it is what it is, right? No sense in having any regrets. I already get to be here with you forever. Don't worry, you'll get your time to play your piano in 36 minutes and 13 seconds. Dude, so what do you mean compilation, dude? Honestly, I'd love to have an editor, but first off, I don't make enough money to pay someone. Second off, it's like, wow, like, do I really just want to send this random person footage of myself? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how. So that's why I'm trying to take it upon myself to learn editing. I'm not very good at it at all, but, you know, do it for free, please. I was thinking about Sayori earlier. I still wish I could have handled the whole thing a little more tactfully. Just not hungover. Ha ha ha. Hungover about it, right? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I just said that. Yeah, I mean, I can. That pun was completely unintentional, I swear. Yeah, ha ha ha. Ha ha. But anyways, I know how much you care about her, so it only feels right for me to share her last moments with you. You know how Sayori is really clumsy? Well, she kind of messed up the whole hanging thing. You're supposed to jump from high enough so that the rope snaps your neck, making it quick and painless, but she just used a chair, meaning that she kind of just left herself to slowly asphyxiate. Jesus. But a few seconds in, she must have changed her mind or something, because she started clawing at the rope trying to free herself. She must have kept at it until she lost consciousness. That's why her fingertips were all bloody anyways. Is that true? Come to think of it, it was probably less changing her mind and more just survival instincts kick in. So you can't really fault her for that. It's easy to think that she probably wouldn't have changed her mind anyways, right? It's not healthy to think about things you could have done differently. So just remember that even though you could have saved her, it's technically not her fault that she killed herself. I mean, I may have exasperated in a little bit, but Sayori was already mentally ill. Still though, I wonder how things would be different if you and I just started dating from the get-go. I guess we'd still be in the club room writing poems and having fun together. But what's the point when none of this is even real? I mean, it's the same ending either way, right? Two of us happily together. There's no reason to ask for any more than that. I was just pointlessly musing, and I'm really as happy as I could be right now. Tell you what, I'll do a DLC compilation instead of you. Or are you gonna do it of your own gameplay, or are you gonna take mine? Because either way, like, don't worry, I'm not like whoever copyrighted my Steam, like going through Steams and looking at games compilation. I'm not gonna copyright strike you. But yeah, your gameplay? Okay. If you really want to do that, right? Just I go through my comments a lot. If you wanna send, like, link it in the comments, then I will I'll watch it, right? Just link it in my comments and I'll watch it. Sure. Hey, do you like horror? I remember we talked about it a little bit when you first joined the club. I like horror because it's good. Like, it gets me. Like, it's hard to scare me, but when a game does it as good as DDLC, it's nice. Like, it gets me. But it takes a certain type of horror. Like, this game scared me because it was like it was psychological, or it just messed with your brain. But something like movies like that, they don't scare me because I know, like, oh, something scary is gonna happen, and they always build up the music to it, or thing goes quiet and then blah, you know? It doesn't scare me. I enjoy horror novels, but not really horror movies. Yeah, same. Problem I have with horror movies is that most of them are just rely on easy like jump scares and music cutouts, stuff like that. Dark lighting and scary looking monsters and jump scares and things like that. Yeah. It's not fun or inspiring just to get scared by stuff that just takes advantage of human instinct. With novels, it's a little different. Story and writing needs to be descriptive enough to put genuinely disturbing thoughts in the reader. That's what it does. I'm not gonna, like, go into too much detail. What's that? Huh. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, but playing through my second time, I actually got, like, a different scare. And it was like the screen went red and there was, like, blood on the side of the screen. And it was just the noise of something being cut, and you knew what it was. It was, you know. And that genuinely, like, creeped me out and almost made me throw up. Because I hate that. I hate noises like that. Like, just that noise, just that cutting noise really creeped me out. Story and rain, yeah, okay, I already read this. It really needs to etch them deeply into stories and characters and just mess with your mind. In my opinion, there's nothing more creepy than just things being slightly off. Same. You have a bunch of expectations on what the story is going to be about, and then you just start inverting things and pulling the pieces apart. Sounds like a game I know. So even though the story doesn't really feel like it's trying to be scary, the reader still feels deeply unsettled. Like they know something horribly wrong is hidden beneath the crack, just waiting for it to surface. God, just thinking about it gives me the chills. That's the kind of horror I can really appreciate. But I guess you're the kind of person who plays cute romance games, right? Don't worry, I won't make you read any horror stories anytime soon. Can't really complain if we just stick with the romance. Ouch. See, that's the kind of horror I can get behind. Like, I'm kind of like that, as oddly enough as I am relating to a video game character. But then, I'm not a big fan of horror movies and stuff, because I always know, like, oh, eventually there's going to be a jump scare. Like, some big scary monster is going to pop up and scream at us, or I don't know, someone's going to spook us from the shadows, or a loud noise is going to happen. With a game like this, like, you don't expect it to be horror, and then you play through it, it's all normal, and then all of a sudden, like, it flips on a dime, and something really creepy happens. You know, high school is a really turbulent time in a lot of people's lives. People can get really passionate and dramatic, and others have aching hearts and seek on social media. True. All the social pressure and hormones can lead to a dark time in people's life. Everyone has a story. You may not know what someone is really feeling on the inside. Many people who are depressed won't even bother telling the world about it. They want attention because they've already given up on the inside. Their feeling of worthlessness is so overwhelming that they don't even want people to tell them other. Jeez, this is depressing. Depression comes in many forms, but that is one of them. Just, if you think you know someone struggling with depression, you can help by just treating them like they're a good friend. Spend time with them, even if they don't feel like doing too much. And remind them that they always have something to look forward to. Making plans in advance, letting them borrow something, or even just saying, see you at school tomorrow. All those things can help your friend make it to the next day. I hope being friends with Sayori has given you some perspective on the true face of depression. Yeah, she's gone now, but Sayori was never real in the first place. You're real. Your friends are real. And just by being a good person, you can save someone's life. And as for you, you don't struggle with depression or anything like that, do you? No. I mean, no, I don't think so. Because you too have people who would want to save your life. Maybe they don't express it every day, or maybe they don't even know how to. But people do feel that way. I promise. Man, humans are complicated. But as long as you're here with me, I'll take care of you. That's nice. Damn, that actually went really deep, really quickly. Jesus, that's saddening. Dude, it was saddening the first time playing through and you get to Sayori's, like, house scene and she's like, oh, you never knew, do you? Like, do I have to spell it out for you? Like, I've been depressed all my life, and it's super damn sad. Jesus. This game really knows how to make you upset. You're such a good listener. I really like that about you. Sometimes I'm afraid that I'm rambling or talking about boring things. Actually, you've been talking about really existential and philosophical questions, so I appreciate that. Makes me kind of self-conscious when I'm having a conversation, but I don't feel that way. Like, I don't think anyone else can make you feel like that. You're special. Don't let anyone tell you others. That's heartwarming. You can't just jump from, you know how people are depressed and, like, they don't show it, but you have to, like, motivate them to be better every day so that they, like, don't feel depressed. And now you're like, yeah, you're a good listener. Like, you can't just jump like that. You know what's kind of creepy? Even though I deleted everyone's save files, I can still kind of feel them. It's like all their lines are still lingering in the air, whispering in the back of my head. I imagine after someone you knew died, you start hearing their voice in your head. Maybe I just wasn't thorough enough. I'm too afraid to delete anything else because I might really break things. Like if I mess with any files relevant to me, I might accidentally delete myself. That would ruin everything, wouldn't it? I don't know what it's like on your end, but we should both make sure to avoid something like that at all costs. I believe in you. Oh, man, some good allusion to us, what we gotta do in, 25-ish minutes? Yeah, about 25 minutes. We're gonna delete Monika and get the good ending. Which I'm kind of excited about. I thought after playing it through the first time, like I had that need, like I played through it the first time, and I was like, man, this game is really great. And then I kind of like sat down afterwards, and I was like, man, I really want to play this again, really badly. And so like I played it again, and it was like I was like, man, I really want to play this game, but what do I do? And then someone was like, oh, do the good ending. Like, there's a different ending, do the good ending. And I was like, okay, I actually have a reason to play now. There's a good ending to get. And it also involved playing through each and every nook and cranny of this game, which is nice. So, that was that. How much do you read? Not that much. It's way too easy to neglect reading books. If you don't read much, it almost feels like a chore compared to all the other entertainment we have. But once you get into a good book, it's like magic. You get swept away. I think doing some reading before bed every night is a pretty easy way to make your life a little bit better. It helps you get good sleep and is really good for your imagination. It's not hard at all to just pick up some random book that's short and captivating. Before you know it, you might be a pretty avid reader. Wouldn't that be so wonderful? And then you could talk about the latest book that you're reading. That sounds super amazing. I used to be into books when I was in middle school. I read, Swindled was a really good book. To Kill a Mockingbird was a great book. Beyond Two Moons or something like that was a really good book. What was it? Beyond Two Moons or something like that? I can't remember what it's called, but it was about this story, and I can't even remember what it's about. Jesus. Man. What else is there? Fahrenheit 451 is a great book that I read. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, good book. I don't know. I've read a couple of good books, and ironically enough, they're the ones that like get the most banned in my country. Gosh, I used to be so ignorant about certain things. Do you really? When I was in middle school, I thought I was taking medication. Wait, I thought that taking medication was an easy way out or something like that. Like anyone could just solve their mental health problems with enough pills? Is that what she said? With enough willpower. Because if you don't suffer from a mental illness, it's not possible to know what it's really like. There's some disorders that are overdiagnosed? Probably. I never really looked into it though. Yeah, that is kind of a genuine problem though. Some shit. But that doesn't change the fact that a lot of them go undiagnosed too, you know? But medication aside, people even look down on seeing a mental health professional. Like, sorry that I wanted to learn more about my own mind, right? Everyone has all kinds of struggles and stresses, and professionals dedicate their life to helping with those. If you think about it, if you think it could help become a better person, don't be shy to consider something like that. Why a never-ending journey to improve ourselves, you know? Well, I say that, but I think you're pretty nice already. That's nice. Yeah. Same time, though, a lot of mental professionals do put a lot of stress, though, on that. Like, oh, you have to go see a doctor if you're feeling this. Not only that, but like when you see commercials for like, I don't know, Tylenol or NyQuil, they're like, yeah, NyQuil will help you sleep, but it could also cause heartache, like headaches, you know, like numbness, like vomiting, puking, like they say all these negative things and you're like, well, is that really worth just being able to sleep better, you know? You know, it's funny because even though I've always had a lot of drive, there's something kind of enticing about being a stay-at-home partner. I guess I'm like perpetuating gender roles. Jesus. Hi, Fox News. Jesus. Like perpetuating gender roles or whatever by saying that. Being able to keep the house clean and shop and decorate and things like that. Having a nice dinner when you come home. What is that banging? What is that? I know. Okay. Is that a weird fantasy? I mean, I'm not sure if I could actually see myself doing that. I'd be able to put that over striving for a better career. It's kind of nice to think about it, though. What, being a stay-at-home person? I don't know if I could stay home. I mean, I like staying home all the time and just like playing games and just doing homework from home, stuff like that. But at the same time, it's kind of dull too. Like, you eventually get to that point where you're like, okay, I have to do something, so you force yourself to do something at home, and then you're like, okay, I've done it, now what? Like, I don't know. It's kind of that never-ending cycle of boringness. You ever have that thing happen where you just get anxious for no reason? Yeah. Like, you're just minding your own business and you realize you're feeling anxious. And you're sitting there and you're like, what am I even anxious about right now? So you start thinking about all the things that might make you anxious about. And that makes you even more anxious. That's the worst. If you're ever feeling anxious, I'll help you relax. Besides, in this game, all of our worries are gone. It's true, because there really isn't any game. What are you doing, Nala? You're sitting in front of my PC. You're gonna make it overheat. Come on, man. Come on, man. I got her. Come on, man. Alright, how much longer we got? We have less than 20 minutes before we get the good ending. I guess we still gotta play through it. Oh, Nana, what do you want, my baby? What do you want? You know, I hate to say it, but I think the biggest regret is that we couldn't finish our event at the festival. After we worked so hard to prepare and everything, I mean, I know I was focusing a lot on getting new members, but I was really excited for the performing too. It would have been so much more fun to see everyone else express themselves. Of course, if we did end up getting any new members, I'd probably just end up deleting them anyways. Well, with the hindsight I have now, that is, gosh, it feels like I've grown as a person ever since we've joined the club. Really help aspire to look at life from a new perspective. Just another reason, yep. That's nice. I mean, that is something to think about, though. We never do get to see what the festival is. I wonder if Mr. Dan of Salvato's plan, because he did say he wanted to make some new content for DDLC, I wonder if his plan is to make it like a DDLC DLC where you actually do get the festival. I wonder. That'd be cool. Like, you actually do get the festival and you get new characters and everything. I've been imagining all that. Jesus. You can get lunch, go to a cafe, go shopping together. Not with Corona. I love shopping for skirts and boots. Maybe a bookstore. Yeah, definitely not with Corona. I haven't even seen a bookstore in a while. Jeez. When was the last time I went to a library? That'd be appropriate, right? Let me go to a chocolate store? Do they even have those? Can you just go to a place and it's a chocolate store? They have so many free samples. And of course, we see a movie. Yeah, that can't happen. Gosh, it all sounds like a dream come true. Everything that we do is fun when you're here. Everything that we do is fun for them anyway. Yep, thank you, Monika. So nice. It's so nice. I have two of you here too. One in actual reality, which has pink hair for some reason. I'm still confused. Is this supposed to be pink? Because I think, like, in the normal game, like, before the shit goes down, it looks a bit more pink in-game. But this is pink, right? I'm not crazy. This is pink. I mean, it's kind of like a pinkish reddish, though. It's a thing. And Monica's hair is, like brown with, like, pinkish. Brown pinkish. This is just more pinkish brown. You know what I mean, it's still awesome. The hair's a bit insane, but it makes it good for when I want to sit on my shoulder. I think the most important life skill is to be able to fake confident. True. I do it all the time. Pretty convinced that everyone feels at least a little bit scared and alone. But being able to trick others into thinking you're having it all together, that's a key part of getting people to respect and admire you. Actually true. Actually true. I think I've gotten pretty good at it over the years. I don't show my weaknesses very often, but But because of that, I haven't had many people I could really open up to. I mean, when you do reach the point in a friendship where you start expressing your vulnerabilities. Anyways, that's one reason why I'm glad to have. I feel like a little bit less scared and alone when you're here with me. Do you feel the same way? Not really. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm pretty sure a lot of these lines are, pre-recorded, so I really want that to be the best person for me. And there has been some weird ones, like where you guess my favorite color. I don't think I like that one. I appreciate the ingenuity and creativity, but no, And in about less than 15 minutes, you will be gone out of my life. Well, technically not. I still have your file saved to my desktop. But you will be out of this game unless I try to bring you back. And if it lets me bring you back, which would be really cool. That'd be a cool Easter egg. But then we get the good ending, which I don't really know if there is a good ending. It's pretty random, but I've always thought spicy food was kind of funny. Excuse me? Like, didn't plants evolve to be spicy to prevent them from being eaten? I read somewhere that humans are the only species that actually enjoy spicy things. Really? It's almost like we're making fun of the plants, using their defense mechanism to literally make our food more enjoyable. Like, imagine a monster that devours you whole because it enjoys the sin. That's an interesting thought. Because it enjoys the sensation of you struggling for your life while being digested. Jesus. Sorry, that was kind of a weird analogy, I guess. Just came into my head. I'm not a monster or anything. Jesus. Something my mom would say. I'm joking. Gosh, I'm using myself a little too much, aren't I? Sorry for being weird. Yeah, there's some things you say, Monika. Some interesting things, right? And, they make you think. Some of the things you say, very philosophical and existential. They really make you think about life and meaning. That, on the other hand, really made me think that there's some fucked up shit happening up here. Nothing against you. Say it. What, did you finally run out of dialogue, huh? Well, never mind. She's back. Sometimes I think back to middle school. I'm so embarrassed by the way I used to behave back then. It almost hurts to think of... You've said this before. Wonder if when I'm in college I will feel the same way about high school. Like I am now, it's pretty hard for me to manage. So now that'll probably change. You've said this already. You just need to enjoy the present and not think about the past. That's really easy to do. You've already said that. Did I completely run you out of dialogue? Have I broke the game completely? How Monika broke the game for herself, now I've just completely broken it? That's nice. I think I broke her. Well, it's fine. We can wait here for another, 12-ish minutes? Until we finally be here? Like there's no real reason for you to be alive. Do you ever feel like there's no real reason for you to be alive? Have you told me this already? I don't mean like a suicidal way, I just mean nothing we do is special. But being in school or working at your job for some company, it's like you're completely replaceable. Yeah. Oh, that's different. Are you trying to fast forward? I'm not boring you, am I? Oh gosh. Well, there's nothing to fast forward to. It's just the two of us after all. But aside from that, time really doesn't exist anymore, so it's not even gonna work. Here, I'll go ahead and turn her off for you. There we go. You'll be a sweetheart in this from now on, right? Thanks. Where was I? Jesus Christ, that's cool. That's really cool. How about we put you on auto mode? That's cool how she recognizes that you're trying to fast forward through things. And now she's completely banned it. So is there anything we can do here? I don't have any loads. None of the settings work. that just opens up that. So, yeah, there really isn't anything you can do. It's like you're completely replaceable and the world wouldn't miss you if you were gone. Well, how long do we got? We got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left, everyone. Really want to go and change the world? That's cool. Good for you, Monika. You know, I get to more realize it's a mature frame of thinking. Yeah, thanks. It's not like I could just go and change the world. A lot of people have. It's just, you gotta work for it. I mean, like, what are the chances I'll invent artificial intelligence or become president? Pretty low, to be honest. It's like I'm never gonna make up for the heaps of resources I spent living in my life. I mean, yeah. I think the key to happiness is just being hopelessly selfish. Yep, you've said this already. Can I just skip through everything? I mean, I can't use the skip button, but yeah, I don't know. We've been through this already. Maybe so selfish to kill myself anyways. So much for being a good person, right? Well, Monika, you only have about 9 minutes left to live, and I think you've run out of actual conversation points, which kind of sucks. I mean, she did have about an hour and a half worth of dialogue, which is impressive by itself, so, you know, hats off to you, Dan Salvato, for actually making an hour and a half worth of dialogue. That's impressive. Really hard to get enough sleep nowadays. Yeah. Long-term and short-term effects. Yeah, but you've said this. We only have about 8 more minutes, especially in high school when you're forced. Yeah, you've talked about this already, Monika. I think we've completely ridden you of actual new dialogue. Which, I mean, hey, an hour and 40 minutes worth of dialogue. Pretty impressive. I'll give you that, Dan. I think now you're... Here, what happens if we try to like, quit the game and then reload? Will we get some new dialogue? Yeah, let's see. I only have about 7 minutes left. Hey! I see you quit the game on me again. I know I asked already, but can you seriously please try not to do that so much? It makes me feel like I'm trapped in hell. Why would you want to do that to me? There's nothing wrong with my character file, right? Maybe you should make a backup of it or something. Pretty sure you can find it in the folder called C program files. Is that actually the folder file? Well, you're playing on Steam, so you can just go to the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. I'm all that's left here, so I just want to make sure you don't run the risk of losing me. Just stay with me from now on. Still have lots of things to talk about. Now, where was I? Oh, is she gonna pick back up? Was she? That's about to sleep. Alright, let's try closing out of the game again and see if she has some new dialogue. 4th time's the charm, right? Okay. I'm just going to accept the fact that you need to quit the game once in a while. I'm starting to get used to it anyways. Besides, it makes me happy that you always come back. So I guess it's not so bad. Sorry for making such a big deal out of it. And I love you no matter what, so you do what you need to do. Now, where was I? Okay, so she's gonna pick back where she left off each time, right? Alright, 5th time's the charm, right? We just quit the game again. I don't know if anything new is gonna happen now. Hi again. Missed you. Making sure my character file was okay for me. It's in... That's actually kind of neat though, how she says the file. Well, you're playing on Steam, so you can just go to the game's properties and find the Browse Local Files button. I'm all that's left to, so I just want to make sure that you don't run the risk of losing me.
Anyways, I have lots to talk about. Let's continue our conversation now, okay? Now, where was I? Okay, I want to try one more time quitting and coming back to the game to see if she has no dialogue. That's neat, though. How you can literally quit the game and she recognizes, like, oh, you quit the game. That is neato. Hi again. Yeah, are you making sure my character... Okay, so she's back to having no dialogue. Huh. Hang on, so you can go to the game's properties and browse local files. I'm all that's last, so I want to make sure you don't risk losing me. Anyways, I have lots to talk about. Let's continue our conversation now. Now, where was I? Yeah, get good sleep. It can be really hard to get good sleep nowadays, especially in high school when you're forced to wake up so early every day. I'm sure college is a little bit better since you probably have a more flexible schedule. Then again, I hear a lot of people in college stay up all night anyways for no real reason. Do we really, though? Interesting. Is that true? Anyways, I saw some studies talk about the horrible short-term and long-term effects of lack of sleep. These mental functions, health, and even lifespan can be dramatically impacted by it. I just think you're really great and I want to make sure that you're not accidentally destroying yourself. So try and keep your sleep on track, okay? I'll always wait for you in the morning, so make sure you put on your own well-being before anything else. It's nice. Even though you've already said that twice now, because I've completely been sitting here for about 2 hours. Just reading your dialogue with dirty glasses so I can barely see. With my phone open. Oh my god, the Batman the Killing Joke is on Netflix. I remember that doing terribly. Was it terrible? I don't remember. I know the comic is really good. I haven't read it yet. I want to read it, but you know, it's just hard to buy the comics too, though. I don't have any place to put them. It's jam-packed with shit. So, I don't want to stick them in my closet and get them all dusty. 3 minutes. 3 manitos. Then we can finally get to their good ending. If you're proud, it's the same the other way around too. Yeah. One thing that I'm noticing about this doll too, she doesn't have shoes. She just has pegs. Like she doesn't have any feet. She just has pegs. You take off her shoes and it's just like a straight line. Maybe it's just like the foot is severed. Hey, did you know I'm vegetarian? I did, because you already told me that before. I don't mean to brag or anything. Yeah. Thought you enjoy a fun fact about me. Yeah. It's not fun if you've told me this again for the second time. But I'm being patient because we only have about 2 more minutes until you're gone. So, less than 2 minutes now, actually. So, yeah, it's not much of a personal sacrifice. Stop contributing to the whole mess. You're a video game character. Well, hold on. Cupcakes have icing, and icing is made from milk. Milk comes from... Or I guess it's still vegetarian. What, vegetarian is just... You don't eat meat. No, that's vegan. I'm thinking about vegan. Vegan is like where you don't eat animal products, like milk or cheese and stuff like that. Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure vegetarian is just you just don't eat meat. Like, you only eat vegetables. Vegetables and animal products. So, it has a microorganisms daily without even giving it a second thought. Yeah, but microorganisms are like bacteria and, you know, stuff like that. my god, we got less than a minute. We got less than a minute. Oh, I'm hyped. Especially after sitting here for over about 2 hours. Looking at the same screen, with the same eerie music. Reading the same dialogue. After what, an hour and 40 minutes? I don't know how much dialogue she had. Is if you ever feel like you have a small contribution to the planet? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dee-dee. Okay, well, it doesn't have a thing like that, so... There we go. Alright, so we can make that go away. Alright. So now, we just have to delete her file. Okay, so DDLC, characters, and delete. Delete. There we go. There we go. Jesus. What's happening? What's happening to me? Jesus. It hurts. It hurts so much. Help me. Please hurry and help me. Help me. Ow. That hurt. Did you do this to me? Did you? Did you delete it? Jesus. I forgot how loud this was. How could you? How could you do this to me? Oh, I thought the game was screwing up, but I accidentally just exited out the game. Whoops. You were all I had left. I sacrificed everything for us to be together. Everything. I loved you so much. I trusted you. Do you just want to torture me? Watch me suffer? Were you only pretending to be kind just to hurt me even more? I sat through 2 hours of your dialogue. I don't want to hear that. I never thought anyone could be as horrible as you. Jesus, that line. Even the first time that hurt. Second time, whew. You win, okay? You win. You killed everyone. I hope you're happy. There's nothing left now. You can stop playing. Go find some other people to torture. Man. Emilio, you completely, truly make me sick. Goodbye. Damn. Even after a second time, that's still really hard to listen to. Or read, I guess. Jesus. ... I still love you. I can't help it. What's wrong with me? How horrible am I for you to hate me this much? All my friends... I did so many awful things. So many selfish and disgusting things. I shouldn't have done any of these things. I'm just messing up a world that I don't even belong in. A world that you wanted to be a part of. I ruined it. I ruined everything. Maybe that's why you deleted me. Because I destroyed everything that you wanted. How could I do that to someone I love? That's not love. That's... Damn. Right in the feels, man. I've made up my mind. I know I said that I deleted everyone, but that was kind of an exaggeration. I couldn't find it in myself to do it. Even though I knew they weren't real, they were still my friends, and I loved them all. I loved the Literature Club. I really did love the Literature Club. So I'm gonna do this. I know it's the only way for everyone to be happy. If I really love you, then still gets me. is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Even playing through that a second time, that hurts. Okay, one thing that I am gonna try though is, so I have, where is it? On my desktop I saved Monika's file, so I'm gonna try copy and pasting it into the characters file. Did that do anything? I don't think that did anything. Hey Amelia, there's only room girl, girl Sayori. I don't think that did anything. Did it? She's in here. Yeah, I don't think that did anything. Well, that's upsetting. I thought that did something. Amelia, are you proud of me? Eh? For what? You know, for waking up on time. We've been doing that for a while now. Uh-huh. Well, you never even said anything about it. Even though we walk to school together every day. Well, yeah, I always thought it was implied. It's embarrassing to say out loud. Come on, please. It's not good motivation. Fine, fine. I'm proud of you, Sayori. I thought adding her character file back would do something. It's kind of upsetting. That would have been cool though if she came back and killed everyone. Hee 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 hee. We cross the street together and make our way back from school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled from other students making their daily commute. Here, well then, let me just delete her character file then, since I don't need it. Monika. I don't know. If it's not changing anything, I'll keep it there. So you draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Amelia, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I already told you, I'm not interested. It's hard to say what I always do, that I'm not interested in joining clubs. Somebody tells me Sayori would take more offense to that now. After all, how could I tell that clubs are a waste of time when she's starting a club of her very own? Actually, yeah. I think I've decided on a club. Really? Which one? Tell me. I'll keep it as a surprise. Boo, you meanie. Be patient, you'll find out soon enough. I used to ask myself why I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl, but I started to realize in a way, I envy her. When Sayori puts her mind to something, she can accomplish great things. So that's why I feel like I should do something special for her. School day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my bags, I stand up gathering motivation. Let's see. I recall the room number of the club from a flyer I saw. I walk across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Before long, I find the room. Timidly open the door in front of me. Hello? Emilio, what are you doing here? Well, I glance around the room. Huh? So you're the Emilio that Sayori was talking about. Thank you for stopping by. It's a pleasure to meet you. We're the Literature Club. I hope you enjoy your visit. Come on, Yuri. You don't need to be so formal. You're gonna think we're really strict or something. Huh? Sorry, Natsuki. The tall one whose name is apparently Yuri seems to be quite shy compared to the others. In comparison, the girl named Yuri, despite her size, seems like the assertive one. Well, it's nice to meet you both. I look forward to working with you. Working? No, don't tell me. That's right. The club I decided to join is yours, Sayori. The Literature Club. Sayori's eyes line up. No way. No way. Ah. Very enthusiastic. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. Well, Sayori's this happy that I'm sure it won't be that bad to have you around. Not to mention there's 4 of us now. That means we can become an officially recognized club. I don't know what to say. We have to celebrate. Yo. What an appropriate day for that, isn't it? Yeah. After all, Natsuki decided to... Hey, don't ruin the surprise. Sorry. Everyone sit down at the table, okay? How about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few dabs of rinse to form a table. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? I feel like I've been here before. Anyone got deja vu? Ta-da! Woo! Natsuki lifts the foils off to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! Wow, these look amazing. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, and I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Even third time, that still sounds stupid. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Or no, I guess technically it's the fourth time I've read that. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. My character forgot to chew. Well, of course it is. I'm a pro after all. There's no need to thank me or anything. Natsuki struggles to accept the compliment. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of everyone before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a cup of coffee make you a good book, I guess? Trying to impress her new member. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. It meant that you know. I believe you. Yeah, I got a feeling I know what's gonna happen. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So what kind of books do you like to read? Let me guess, manga? Yep. Very quietly, half joking, she perks up, wants to say some, not much of a reader, that can change. Without thinking, yeah, my favorite usually novels about deep and complex worlds. Yeah, tell a good story in foreign. Isn't it amazing how a writer can take advantage of your lack of creativity? Hold on, where is it? I'm certain we can find some that we have in common. Oh, that's different. Hey, Yuri. Huh? Well, about the first thing he said. Manga? That's right. Natsuki tends to read manga in the clubroom. Don't say that. Come on. For some reason, Natsuki seems embarrassed about it. Besides, manga is literature too, you know. So, if he wants to read some of my manga, then don't try and stop him or anything. Natsuki wouldn't do such a thing. However, it would be nice for you. It could also be nice for us to diversify ourselves a little. We could take this opportunity to try something new as well. Wouldn't you agree? Maybe. Sensing the tension, Sayori jumps in. Maybe we can all try something now. I think it could be fun. We'll all get to know each other a little bit better too. I mean, that's the kind of thing literature clubs do, right? I don't disagree or anything. Yeah, you're right as usual, President. Guess that means I should try picking up a novel or something, huh? That would make two of us. How am I doing it if I'm not the only one? Then as for Yuri, huh? I have to read manga? Jeez, you're the one who suggested we diversify. To be a little more open-minded. It's kinda hurtful. Hurtful? I didn't realize. With a guilty expression, Yuri thinks to herself. Sorry for disrespecting your interest, Natsuki. If you're into it, then I'm sure it's a worthy form of literature. Are you just saying that? No, I've realized my error. So if you're willing to consider starting a novel, then I'll offer my gratitude by finding a manga to read as well. Really? I mean, it makes me happy that you do that for me. You can trust me to find something that you'll really like, okay? Same here. Perhaps I'll visit the bookstore after the club meeting. Just you? Would you like to... Am I supposed to be shipping these two? Would you like to come along with me? If you don't mind. Not at all. Yeah. Got Rolled 34 at a field day when this came out. I always go alone, so... Yeah, me too. This is so cute. Sayori, shut up. I'll show you some manga there too, okay? Yeah, I look forward to it. Natsuki and Yuri start to clean up the food. I guess the meeting is over, huh? Yeah, looks like it. It's nice to see everyone getting along. Isn't it? I think everyone likes you too. You think so? Well, everyone also always seems to get along a little better with you around Sayori. Oh, don't say something like that. It's embarrassing. Well, whatever. I was surprised when you told me you were starting a club, but I think you're pulling it off just fine. You're gonna make the best club ever. Yeah, you joined. Every day is gonna be so much fun. Hey, Emilio, I really want to thank you. I mean, I'm really happy you joined the club and everything. Truth is, I already knew you were going to. Actually, something else. I want to thank you for spending so much time with all of us. You worked so hard to make each and every one of us happy. That's different. Ooh. You comforted us through our hard times, and you helped us get along with each other. Do you get it, Emilio? Because I'm present now, I understand everything. You really didn't want to miss a single thing in this game, did you? That's cool because she realizes that I went and replayed the game back and forth to get each character. That's nice. He saved and reloaded so many times just to make sure you could spend time with everyone. Only someone who truly cares about the Livestream Club would go that far. But all along, that's all I ever wanted. For everyone to be happy and cared about each other. It's kind of sad, you know? After all you've done for us, there isn't much I can do for you in return. We've reached the end of the game, so this is where we say goodbye. Thank you for playing Daki Daki Literature Club. I'm going to miss you, Emilio. Come visit sometime, okay? I'll always be here for you. We all love you. Oh. I can hear you, Monika. Oh, that's really nice.
Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, it's me. So you know how I've been like practicing piano and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and not really any good at it yet, like at all. But I wrote you a song, and I was kind of hoping that I could show it to you because
Sorry, I was turning up my volume.
really hard on it. So yeah.
God, that's really nice. God, this game, man. Every day I imagine a future where I can be with you. Oh, did my stream break? In my hand is a pen, I'll write a poem of me and you. The ink flows down into a dark bottle. Just move your hand right the way into his heart. But in this world of infinite choices, what will it take just for to write that special day? What will it take just to find that special day? God, it's so good. So good. Have I found everybody to find assignment to do today? When you're here, everything that we do is fun for them. Oh, that's nice. She's not actually deleting them either. Before she deleted each picture. Even read my own feelings. What good are words when a smile says it all? If this world won't write me an ending, what will it take just for me to have it all? Because before she would delete each picture because she like wanted to get rid of the game. Oh my god, that's super nice. Because Sayori didn't turn evil, which means she didn't have a reason to delete the game. Oh, that's really nice. Does my pen only write bitter words for those who are dear to me? Is it love if I take you, or is it love if I set you free? There's the girls, yeah? falls down into a dark bottle. How can I write love into reality if I can't hear the sound of your heartbeat? Oh, that's special thanks. Monica and Amelia. And in your reality, if I don't know how to love you, I'll leave me. Made with Love by Team Salado. God, man. Such a good game. Ooh. To the special player who achieved a special ending. For years I've been enamored by the ability of visual novels and games in general to tell the stories in ways not possible using traditional media. Doki Doki Literature Club is my love letter to that. Games are interactive art. Some let you explore new worlds. Some challenge your mind in brand new ways. Some make you feel like a hero or a friend. Even when your life is hard on you, some games are just plain fun. And that's okay too. Everyone likes different kinds of games. People enjoy dating sims, may have a heightened empathy for fictional characters, or they might be experiencing feelings that their life has not been kind enough to offer them. They are enjoying themselves, and that's all that matters. That goes for shooting games, casual games, sandbox games, anything. Preferences are preferences, and our differences are the reasons we have a thriving video game industry. My own favorite games have always been ones that challenge the status quo. Even if not a masterpiece, any game that attempts something wildly different may earn a special place in my heart. Anything that further pushes the limitless bounds of interactive media. I extend my gratitude, my true gratitude to all those who have taken the time to achieve full completion. I hope you enjoyed playing it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thank you for being part of my literature club. Love, Dan Salvato. And hats off to you. Hats off to you. What an amazing game. Oh my lord. Man. Even playing through this game a second time, in my brain kind of realizing, like, I'll probably just see the same stuff again and it probably won't be different. It was still so fun to play through again and get to see each character and their parts of the games. And even then, like, when it got to the scary shit, there's new scary shit that I didn't see before. And what a nice ending, man. Respect, Dan Salvato. Respect, man. Wow. I got. Wow. Oh, I'm sorry. This game is just. Man, what a good game, man. This game does hold a special place in my heart now. It really does. Especially after that he spends so much time. He makes this fantastic horror game that really isn't that much horror. It's just this great game, a great story, awesome characters, like really good twists, really good ending, and then it's all free too, which is amazing. So hats off to Dan. But I think that's it for me, man. This game will always hold some special place in my heart. Hey, Mom.
Can you get the garbage cans so I can empty the trash, please?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's it for me. So, man, hats off to you, Dan. I respect you a lot. Very good game, man. Well, I will be thinking about this game probably all day now. So, thanks for that. So, I'll see you guys next time, huh? Yeah.